Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thanks again for joining me here. Hope you're having an amazing day. And I also hope you're enjoying the show here. This nice little sell-off from Bitcoin, looking at what, $773 million in only 15 minutes or less on one exchange. So this is kind of what happens when the market dumps and we find those liquidity sweeps. This may or may not be a liquidity sweep. We're gonna have to dive a little deeper and kind of find out. I know there was liquidity at this level, but the general consensus here is that we keep retesting this lower range and there's more likely to break. Again, 41,600 is kind of our last line of defense. That's when we got that wick down to 41.6 back on the 12th of January. So it's been about 6 days in this range here and we cannot seem to break 43,400. So we'll talk about that and much more. If you're new to the channel, not a financial advisor, I do hope you learned something here today. Of course, if you want to become a better trader, CryptoCash.tech is a site, link down below. We're all talking about what's going on here right now. Nice results here from our Premium Plus group, or correction, our Premium group rather. These are swing trades I sent out a couple days ago. We can see ICP 23% in 2 days. Bitcoin short just hit our second target there at 25% in roughly a day and a half. Again, that's a 10x leverage trade. ICP is 5x leverage. We've got an ETH short as well. And then, of course, we hit a Matic short also and a Chainlink long. So it's been a nice little 24 hours for us. At this point, though, I would say that longs are not prevailing. You can kind of tell by the red in the market, right? This is not a fantastic day to consider taking a long position, which is why we hedged our longs with some shorts here. And all 3 shorts are in profit. Actually, 3 out of 4 are in profit. Our ETH short is in profit too. It's just almost, we just haven't hit our first target yet. We're really close. Either way you look at it here, we're going to talk about why this should continue lower or just, possibly why it may not too. There's no guarantees, of course, but if we look at liquidation here, lower levels of liquidation just got swept pretty hard. 42.2 was that liquidation level. Okay, so again, this is mostly just based on the last 12 hours. It doesn't mean the price is going to rip right up to 43,000 and hit that other liquidation level. It just implies that there's no more, not a lot of longs back in the market here within the last 12 hours. Anyone who opened a long in the last 12 hours is essentially wiped out now. So what does that mean for us here? If we take a look at the 7-day, let's go ahead and double check, kind of see where we're at. So in the last 7 days, there is still a heavy concentration at 41,100. So I've mentioned this before. I've got a lot of limit orders set between 41,500 and the 37,000 range. My position goes higher, more aggressive as the price goes down. Okay, so I'm hoping we do continue lower. Honestly, I'm not being negative at all. I just think that it would be nice to add to our bags at a lower price point here before Bitcoin really takes off after the halving. For right now, though, it's best to presume the price will continue lower just based on the fact that we swept that first level at 42K and 41K roughly is the next level that we're looking for in liquidation that should occur here in the relative near future. Again, it's no guarantee, but every time they try to push the price action down, the price is recovered quickly. Right now, it's not recovering all that quick. I mean, look at this last 15-minute time frame. Last time we dipped this far, this quick, I think that was about $1 billion in sell-off right there. The price recovered almost instantly within an hour. Granted, we're only about 15 to 30 minutes into this downside, but we're not seeing this instant recovery here. So it leads me to believe we might see further downside. Okay. Again, there's a lot of things we're going to look at. So let's quickly pick at a few key factors here. So let's quickly note, just to keep in mind, volume is subsiding, so to speak. We're underneath that moving average, kind of letting us know price action is more likely to go down than up. We lost 50 on the RSI recently. We're basically rejected off that a couple of days ago. Money flow index coming down, stochastic RSI is swinging down as well. We got a stochastic divergence, kind of letting us know, hey, we weren't able to break through this resistance level. Price is going to pull back naturally. Okay, so it just implies that the further continuation of the downside is greater. Looking at the moving averages, we lost the 50-day SMA as I mentioned yesterday. Not a good look for Bitcoin, and the 100-day SMA, one of our only other self-defense moving averages, is right there at about 38.5. More so, just say about 39,000 is a round number. So do I think the price will dip all the way down to 39,000? Maybe not today, but I think in the relative near future, we should see a retest of that 39K. And the main reason why I believe that is just because when you take a look at CME gaps, we have just this stark reality here at 39,300 to 40,500. There's still a significant gap here that needs to get filled. Okay. So again, when you see those kind of gaps, they're commonly going to get filled eventually. And with us making our way back down here to this level, I pretty much welcome it. So all my limit orders are right here in this range, and I get super heavy right here personally. Again, that's just me personally. I like to fill my spot bag. I'm more of an investor, even though I love trading. My ultimate goal is to trade and to move it into an investment portfolio. Okay. So having said all of that, while I wish and hope the price continues lower, not only because we're shorting, but just because it would be nice to get in, it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to happen either, right? We're still stuck within this range until we break below or above this range. We can presume we're going to be stuck between 41,600 and 43,400. Okay, that's kind of just the range that we're in right now. But we keep seeing massive aggressive sell-offs to the downside with less pushes to the upside. So we're starting to see a lot more aggressive behavior to the downside. So it just leads me to believe we're going to see some continuation further down, because these wicks are pretty strong. We don't really see the wicks going up as strong as we see the wicks going down. Again, liquidity sweep is one thing, but whole other story here with the TA. We can see that we're down below every potential situation here. Not looking great. We're at about 36th in the RSI. Again, as per usual, buying these kind of dips is usually a good consideration. We're not there yet. We're getting close. So there's no doubt that you could be successful with a long position. I totally hope that that is the case, honestly, for you and just for whomever wants to take a long. There's not a lot of proof here to letting us know to take a long. However, generally speaking, when the RSI is closer to 30 and you got the money flow index below 20, that's typically a good consideration for a long, at least a quick scalp to get the price, to jump in when the price recovers quickly. Okay, because again, a lot of times you'll see dead cat bounces or just massive sell-offs like this and they recover. But to me, I don't know. This just seems very different. This is a third attempt to retest this 41,600 mark, and it may be successful this time because multiple attempts in either direction, you can see that happen. Okay, anyway, sorry, I'm kind of going off topic here, but generally speaking, MACD is soon to diverge here as well. It's basically we got a stochastic divergence on the daily and a MACD divergence on the 4-hour. While neither of them both have fully diverged, we're really, really close to that. Okay, so if today's trading day closes in the sub 42,000 range, I think it's pretty safe to say the price is going to continue lower, and we'll get that natural divergence, and the price will probably continue down. Okay, so again, a lot of probablys and maybes here. There's nothing set in stone, but we're underneath all moving averages. Most time frames are screaming bearish divergence. Okay, so again, do with that what you will. But to me, being range bound for this long and not being able to break above that level leads me to believe the price will continue lower. Okay, looking at the hourly, of course, we're going to be not very surprised by the fact that we're below the cloud here. But this time, we're significantly below the cloud. We have significant confirmation that a short position is viable. We shorted at 43,100, so that's why we took about 25% profit on our second target with a 10x leverage trade. But again, there's still a lot more room for downside here. So to me, if we close below 42K, that's really what I'm looking for here. I think that's a pretty solid indication. We can kind of see the cloud over here averaging itself out close to that 42,400 mark. There's a lot of resistance, folks, and there's no real reason to take a long position. Okay, again, if you're taking a long right now, it's very risky and it's just not really worthwhile. And if you look at this history here, look at how Bitcoin's done. Anytime we've seen the price come down, it's recovered instantly. Price is coming down this time. We're not seeing a very strong recovery. That leads me to believe that we're in a little bit more trouble than usual, if you will. Okay. So again, I'm not telling you to go hard with a short. I'm just saying that at this point, shorts are much more viable than longs with any trading pair. Honestly, I mean, look at the market here. While it's not good to short the bottom, I think the bottom isn't in yet. That's my personal opinion. Okay. So again, just some thoughts here from some guy on the internet. I hope that you learned something today, of course, and obviously been trading for a very long time. I've seen these things happen over and over again, but I just think that the fact that we haven't recovered quickly implies that the price action may not bounce as quickly or as beneficially as we want. There's a great chance we'll see some consolidation, and it might work itself into a descending type of pattern and inevitably break to the downside. That just kind of has that feel. That's just kind of where we're at here in the market. So what are your thoughts? What do you feel is going to happen? There's no wrong considerations. Just feel free to comment below. Love to hear it. Make sure you join us over on Bitunix too as well. Phenomenal exchange. Highly recommended. No KYC, no VPN requirements. And again, they have a nice trading competition right now. So that is our recommendation for you here, is to use a good exchange to trade Bitcoin and other coins as well. I want to say thank you so much for your time. We'll look forward to seeing you in the next one. Be safe out there, folks. Take care.